2026 is only halfway through, but it's already been a record-setting year for gold.
The yellow metal ran to a new all-time high in late January, nearly hitting $5,600 per ounce as a wide variety of factors converged to stoke demand. If you've been following the precious metals sector, you know what happened next. Gold and its sister metal silver staged major corrections. On January 30th, gold experienced its biggest one-day drop since 1983, while silver had its worst day ever. While those declines were dramatic, they came as no surprise to many market watchers. At the time, the broad consensus was that both gold and silver needed to spend time consolidating before beginning their next legs higher. But now that several months have passed, where does gold stand? Is the bottom in, or does it have further to fall? Does it need to keep consolidating, or is it ready to take off again? It's impossible to know for sure, but after speaking to a variety of experts, I've heard opinions on all three scenarios. Let's get into them now. And once you take a listen, let us know in the comments whether you think gold's next move will be down, sideways, or up. Given where gold is at right now, I want to start with the bear scenario. At the time of this recording, the yellow metal was trading at around the 4,200 level. That's well below its January record, but still historically elevated. Even so, some market watchers still think it could go lower. When I spoke to Gareth Soloway of verifiedinvesting.com at the end of April, he said gold would likely come down to 4,300 and after that could potentially continue falling.
And really what we're seeing now is high, lower high, low, lower low, right? So essentially we've changed from an uptrend in the near term to a downtrend. And that really has me more skeptical in the near term that gold's going to turn back up and make new all-time highs. Instead, the chart's telling me that we're likely coming down to this 4,300 level, maybe a small bounce, then we'll break down to 3,900 here. Now, again, will that be the bottom in gold or not? That's a good question. I do think that there's potential for a washout later this year back to about the 3,500 level. And at that point, that's where at least I've already isolated down where I am going to be buying long-term positions, right? So
Gareth's targets are based on technical analysis, but Chris Temple of the National Investor has identified fundamental reasons that gold could sink as low as 3,500. The main one is that he thinks the US Federal Reserve is no longer in a position to cut interest rates in the near term. Here's how he summed it up.
Again, bottom line, in my view, what causes gold to turn around is when the Fed has to stop pretending that it cares about inflation, that it can do a darn thing about it, and just starts going nutso again so we don't all go down the deflationary drain. That's when gold gets going again. And we're a little ways from that.
Both Gareth and Chris are positive on gold long-term, meaning they see higher prices after a deeper correction. And the same can be said for the experts I spoke to who anticipate more sideways movement from gold. After further consolidation, they're calling for higher prices. In a late May interview, Ronald-Peter of Incrementum and the In Gold We Trust report said that at the moment, gold lacks immediate catalysts.
My forecast for the next couple of weeks, up until midsummer, actually, I'm not super excited about gold. I think we could trade sideways, slightly lower. I think that we're seeing some sort of a lack of immediate catalysts. We're seeing some headwinds. We're seeing very weak seasonality. But we're already seeing that, lots of negative sentiment in the market, especially in the gold and silver miners. So that makes me confident, but I wouldn't expect too much for gold and silver over the next couple of weeks. Probably after the World Cup is done, I think then perhaps there's going to be more upset. But that's just correlation, no causation.
Ronnie's ultimate target for gold in this cycle is 8,900. On a seasonal basis, he noted that historically the end of July or beginning of August tends to be the bottom for the metal. Echoing that idea is Chris Blasi of Neptune Global, who said in early June that gold is likely to continue building a base during the summer months.
Now we know, there are plenty of days where gold moves 2%, 3%, right? So, that was a big deal 10 years ago. Now it's commonplace. So, whether it goes down 2% over the next 2 days or up, I think it's going to trade sideways into at least the middle to late summer. and then I believe it'll start to resume its move up.
But what about a more immediately bullish scenario for gold? The best place to find that is with David Hunter of Contrarian Macro Advisors. When we spoke at the beginning of May, he said he anticipates a major breakout in gold and silver, and he doesn't think it will take long.
We should see a pretty fast run, meaning over the next few months, 3, 4, 5 months, with silver going from, the mid-70s here up to 180, and gold going from, where it is now up to 6,800. Post-bust, gold can get to 20,000, as I said, and silver can get to 1,000. I had thought 500 was going to be kind of a crazy number, and after seeing what we've seen this year, I had to raise it. And I think silver at 1,000 may sound crazy, but I think that's very doable for, early next decade.
It's worth clarifying what David means when he talks about a bust. Although he sees gold and silver moving much higher in the near term, after that he's calling for a global bust. It's not until after that bust that he expects his $20,000 gold and $1,000 silver targets. There are definitely cases to be made for all three gold price scenarios, down, sideways, and up, but it will take time to see which one plays out. I'll leave the links to all of the full interviews in the video description so you can check them out. And don't forget to leave a comment to let us know your gold price outlook.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'd also love to hear your thoughts, so leave us a comment below.